If you play Fortnite and you want to buy a PC that achieves high FPS in this game and also fits your budget, then you came to the right place. I will show you the best pre-built PCs for Fortnite for 240, 360 and even over 500 plus FPS on average at different budgets and resolutions. You will find these computers down below in the video description with the latest pricing and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have the cheapest one on the list. This one is from Thermaltake and it's going to be ideal if you want to play Fortnite at 200 plus FPS on average at 1080p resolution competitive settings. Here you get the Nvidia RTX 4060 graphics card alongside the i5-13400F processor. Now, if you want to play Fortnite at 1440p, you can expect around 144 plus FPS on average competitive settings. So feel free to go with a 240Hz 1080p monitor or a 144Hz 1440p one to play Fortnite. In different types of games, let's say you also want to play high demanding titles, well, with this system you can expect over 80 FPS on average, high demanding games, high to ultra settings at 1080p resolution. So it's a very complete PC and it's also once again the cheapest one on this list, going for under 900 USD, which is a really fair price considering the level of performance that you get, especially in this overpriced market. You also get plenty of airflow for these components and in my opinion, you get beautiful aesthetics. With the next one, we have a cyber power PC from Best Buy. This one will be ideal if you want to play Fortnite at 240 plus FPS on average at 1440p resolution, or if you want to achieve over 300 FPS on average at 1080p resolution competitive settings. The reason why this system is so great when it comes to performance at 1080p and 1440p in Fortnite is because you get a Ryzen 7 9700X, which is an amazing 8-core processor that's going to be ideal for high FPS gaming in high CPU demanding games like Fortnite. And of course, if you want to play other esports games like CS2 or Valorant, you can expect very high frame rates as well. You also get the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti, which is really fast when it comes to esports games. So feel free to go with a 1440p 240Hz monitor if you want to compete in esports games, especially Fortnite, or a 1080p 360Hz one. By the way, you will find the best monitor for each PC down in the video description alongside these pre-built gaming PCs. On top of that, with this system you get 2TB of SSD, which is plenty of storage for esports games and also for high demanding ones. In terms of high demanding titles at 1080p, you can expect very decent frame rates, and you can also play high demanding games at 1440p without any issues as long as you don't need more than 8 gigs of VRAM in your favorite games at your favorite settings. Now, the total price for this system by the time of filming is 1300 USD, which is expensive, but it's definitely not as expensive as other PCs. So if you're looking for a 1080p 360Hz monitor, this is the best value system that I would recommend you buying. Now, if you want to play at 1080p resolution and you want to achieve over 500 plus FPS on average in Fortnite, or you want to play at 1440p and achieve 360 plus FPS on average in performance mode or DX12, then I recommend you getting the next system from iBuyPower, which is the iBuyPower Y40 gaming PC. This one has the second fastest CPU in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which will heavily impact the level of performance that you get in a game like Fortnite, CS2, or just any esports shooter, because these are high CPU demanding, especially at 1080p resolution competitive settings. Not only that, but you get one of the latest graphics cards from Nvidia in the RTX 5070, which will be perfect for these type of games if you want high FPS. With this system, specifically in Fortnite, you can go for a 1080p 540Hz monitor or a 1440p 360Hz one. Not only that, but here you also get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so it's going to be amazing for streaming as well and content creation. And of course, you get 2TB of SSD, so you get plenty of storage for any type of game. In high demanding games at 1440p, you can expect well over 100 FPS on average, high to ultra settings, and then if you play at 4K, you can expect 60 plus FPS. Although if you turn on the DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia, you can expect even higher frame rates depending on the exact game and depending on the settings. Now, the price for this system is definitely not cheap at around 1900 USD by the time of filming. Maybe when you're watching this, the price is lower, but again, it's very fast when it comes to Fortnite. So if you want one of the best performance systems for this game, then I would highly recommend you getting this PC, unless you have more money and you want even faster performance, especially at 1440p or 4K resolution. Now, if you want the best performance in Fortnite and you want to achieve really high FPS in any resolution, whether it's 1080p, 1440p or 4K, I recommend you getting the next system, which by the way I have two options for you here. The first one is a cyber-power PC with the fastest CPU in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 9800X3D, and you get one of the fastest graphics cards in the market in the RX 9070 XT. This PC will allow you to feed a 480Hz 1440p monitor where you can take full advantage of this one in Fortnite competitive settings, or a 540Hz 1080p one, or a 360Hz 4K monitor as well. It's also very fast when it comes to 1440p resolution, high to ultra settings in high demanding games, and it's also fast for 4K resolution. Overall, this system is amazing and you get 32 gigs of RAM and 2TB of SSD, so again, ideal for streaming and also plenty of storage. Now, the price for this PC is $2,150, which is once again expensive, but this is a really good PC for Fortnite. The other system that I could recommend you is basically the same exact PC in terms of specifications, but instead of the RX 9070 XT graphics card, you get the Nvidia RTX 5070 Ti. And it seems like the 5070 Ti on average performs slightly faster than the 9070 XT when it comes to Fortnite. Now, it's up to you whether you want to go with an Nvidia graphics card or an AMD one, especially considering that the gaming PC with the 5070 Ti, which is from Thermal Tech, is way more expensive at $2,700 USD. So if you want the best value high-end system to play Fortnite, the one with the 9070 XT from Best Buy is going to be your best option. However, if you are concerned about AMD graphics cards in Fortnite and you want an Nvidia one, then spending the extra might be worth it for you. It really depends on your budget and needs. However, both come with the fastest CPU in the market in the Ryzen 7 9800X3D, so in Fortnite you can max out any monitor refresh rate, whether it's 1080p 540Hz or 1440p or 4K 480Hz. So feel free to go with any monitor resolution and any monitor refresh rate. Now, of course, you can buy even better systems with better graphics cards like the RTX 5080, 4090 or 5090, and that will give you even faster performance, but it's just not going to be necessary, especially for esports shooters, unless you are a professional earning money from these esports or you don't care about money at all. Well, in that case, I will leave bonus PCs with better graphics cards and more performance and monitors down in the video description. Thank you for watching and I will see you on the next one.